Peyton, what did you think of the book of Mice and Men?
I thought it was pretty good. A lot of the events were really unexpected.
That's a good analysis.
What do you think?
I thought it was a good book as well. It was short and sweet.
I think the main characters.
I thought that they were really determined. I think that George was really nice to be that kind to Lenny and take him in like that. What did you think?
I agree. I think that George was. I thought he could be a little rude to Lenny at some points, but at the same time, it was understandable because of all the hard times that Lenny put him through. And I thought Lenny was really cute. I thought Lenny was really cute. He had a cute personality. He just wanted the mice. He just wanted to pet them because they were soft. George and Lenny stopped by the stream, and George told Lenny that if they ever had issues to meet back at the stream. What happened in chapters 2 and 3?
Well, in the beginning of the chapter, Curly came back after having a fight about his wife being in the what was it called?
The bunkhouse? I don't know.
Curly thought that his wife was with some of the guys, and he got
Slim, wasn't it?
So Curly had thought that Slim was with his wife, so he got really angry. And then just before that, Lenny and George were talking about getting their own ranch with Candy. So Lenny was kind of happy about it. And then Curly came back and he saw Lenny smiling while he was getting into a fight. And so he kind of hit Lenny and was like, "What are you laughing about?" So then him and Lenny got into a fight, and Lenny crushed Curly's hand. And then
And then they ended up telling people that he got his hand stuck in a machine so that Lenny wouldn't get in trouble and Curly wouldn't.
at the beginning of the chapter, Candy had an older dog that kind of wasn't really useful, so they wanted to kill him, but Candy did not want to kill the dog because he had an emotional connection to it. So he couldn't do it himself, and then
Carlson, maybe?
Carlson got his Luger and he shot Candy's dog with it. And that was kind of foreshadowing to the end of the book with Lenny and George and Candy not being able to kill his dog himself.
So it starts with Lenny petting his puppy. And then he's stroking him because it is nice and soft. Then he accidentally snaps its neck. Then Curly's wife came in because she just happens to pop out of nowhere all the time. Well, and then she comes in and starts to feel bad for Lenny and talks about her life and how she wanted to be famous, but she had to move on to the ranch and marry Curly, but she's not really happy with her marriage. And she lets him pet her soft hair, and then he gets a little out of hand and holds on to the hair, and then she starts to squirm and scream, and he gets really scared, so he accidentally snaps her neck too, killing her. George, knowing...
You know the saying, two birds with one stone?
Yeah.
Lenny killed two people.
Okay. With two... Yeah, that made no sense, but, so then, anyway, Lenny knew that George would be mad, so he took off to the stream where they decided they would meet in the first place. And then, when everyone came back from town after going to the bar, where were they?
Bar Louie.
Okay, I think they were at, like, a tavern or something, I'm not really sure. But he came back and they realized that he was dead, and they knew it was Lenny because of the snapped neck. So Curly found out and wanted to kill Lenny himself, but George got there first and decided that he should be the one to kill George because George was his problem.
And this kind of goes back to where Candy didn't have the guts to kill his own dog, and afterwards he regretted it because he knew that he should be the one to do it. So George kind of felt that responsibility to kill Lenny before Curly and them got to him and beat him to death. So he wanted him to go peacefully with someone that he felt trusted with. And right before George killed Lenny, George kind of reminded Lenny of like the dream they had to go get their own ranch and all the fun stuff, and he promised him bunnies and puppies. And so Lenny's last seconds were filled with joy and stuff that he wanted to remember as good times. Boom!